Hello, hi, this is GG Your Face, and I'll be talking about game number 3 between MaDFroG and Naama. MaDFroG is playing as the red Zerg player in the lower left-hand corner, and Naama is playing as the blue Terran at the upper right-hand corner. We do see Naama is grabbing that supply depot as well as refinery relatively early, and MaDFroG is going to wait. He has not yet put down a spawning pool. He's building a lot of drones. He's on 18 supply already, 14 of 18 at the current time, and this one drone is going to make his way across the map to see what's going on inside the base of Naama. Naama hasn't, he just put down the barracks right now, and the Starcraft 2 music is just kicked in. It's very, very weird what's happening with my Starcraft setup. Not quite sure if it's a replay or my computer. I'll double check that in a bit. And MaDFroG is trying to snipe off that SCV, and he did manage to snipe it in games 1 and 2, I believe, and he's trying to do it here. He should really be scouting, and I think he feels safe that there is no additional barracks anywhere else, and he does put down that hatchery at 17 as well as the extractor at 16. Still inside the base, seeing exactly what's going on inside the base of Naama. Naama is sending his SCV across, and Overlord is going to the 9 o'clock position relative to the base of Naama. Spawning pool just went down, the extractor just finished, and another extractor going down on the refinery that Naama could have built inside the base. One marine is coming out as well as the factory. Spawning pool just about to be done, and there's three drones on the extractor here, and we see a factory as well as barracks going up at the entrance. And this factory is going to float off in the distance, which might make MaDFroG question exactly what's going on. This SCV just hanging out there, not too much going on. The hatchery about to be finished, and the extractor is still up as it's getting pummeled at by the shots from the marine. One reactor is going up, and the SCV is still inside the base of Naama. He should be getting maybe 1 or 2 Zerglings to kill off that SCV soon. Metabolic boost is currently being researched, and he's leaving the drones on the gas. Some players like to take the drones off of the gas so that he can have more minerals, but that's not what MaDFroG is planning, and MaDFroG is gonna lose his extractor eventually to that one marine. A starport is going up. If we take a look at the site of MaDFroG, he actually does not see the starport. That's just outside the vision, so he doesn't know that there's a starport. All he sees from his vision is nothing. Because he lifted and he moved the barracks, so he doesn't know if the barracks is attached to a reactor or a tech lab, or if it's attached to anything. He will see, however, a Hellion is coming out. There is one spine crawler already down, one queen in position to intercept this Hellion, and the Hellion's going to dash in there anyway. There's another queen inside, also in position. Very, very nice play here by MaDFroG, but Naama does do a head fake, and we'll get inside the mineral line. The queen is a little bit slow in catching it, and he does take a shot at the drones. Now there are Zerglings chasing that Hellion, but he wasn't able to get any kills on that one time. Still 0 kills on the Hellion. Metabolic boost about to be finished, and a tech lab is getting attached to the starport. In the previous 2 games, Naama was using Banshees, but he did not use Cloak, and I think in both those games, MaDFroG did get the Overseer, but it was unnecessary. So it is a good preemptive head fake for your opponent. Couple of Hellions running across. A Banshee is currently being produced by Naama, and there are additional queens as well as drones being produced, focusing more on economy. These 2 Zerglings aren't going to try to force this command center from building, and he does manage to prevent it from building for a couple of seconds. There's one marine on the side near the destructible rocks. A second refinery finally goes up for Naama, and the layer tech is about to be complete. If we take a look at the income tab, a slight lead in terms of minerals, but a huge lead in terms of gas for MaDFroG. There is a couple of queens. There's 3 queens out on the field for MaDFroG. Should be able to war off this one Banshee, and I don't think he's actually getting the tech for the cloak. No, he's not. There's a Viking coming out as well as an armory, so I think he's gonna go for the Thor again. He really likes that Thor play. A tech lab is currently being attached to the barracks, moving the spine crawler up with the assistance of the Overlord. There is one Banshee in the back, and I think he just barely spots this, or maybe he didn't spot it. There's one queen in position but not moving, and this Banshee is going to get some kills in the back. I think does get 1 kill, and the Queen does come over, and that will stop his kill streak at 2. A Spire is going down in the back, and if we take a look at the vision of Naama, he does see that Spire is going down, but I don't think MaDFroG knows too much about the base of Naama. And here we do see a surround of the Zerglings on some of those Hellions, and I think in terms of units lost, both players are about even. And this command center will be forced to lift off, I think. I think he needs to cancel that and lift. Yeah, he does lift, and the Zerglings try to get in, but there is nothing for them to do, and this Banshee will be able to force them to retreat a little bit. Mutalisk coming out, as well as additional Marines for Naama. Double Extractor going up for MaDFroG, and MaDFroG is not in very much trouble, but this Viking is trying to pick off something. He does manage to get 2 Overlords, but he is still not yet supply block. If he does pick off this Overlord, he will be supply blocking MaDFroG. Naama does move the Viking to the side, to this Overlord that is not currently being protected, but there are 2 Mutalisks who just recently spawned, and they will be enough to move this Viking back. That Viking might have been better if he just tried to snipe that Overlord instead of running away, because he can't really run faster than the Mutalisks. A lot of SCVs currently being transferred, and 1 mule did get called back in the natural expansion. A bunch of Mutalisks and Zerglings working on the back rocks, and the mules are going to work on the back rocks, and the Zerglings are going to try to get in here, but not too great a positioning, as he was faced with a bunker and a lot of Marines and a Banshee. Not too much the Zerglings could have done about that. Stem is being researched, as well as a Thor is currently being built by Naama. If we take a look at the unit count, there is a lot of Zerglings, a handful of Mutalisks versus a lot of Marines. A slight favor of the Zerg player, but if we take a look at the income, both players are about the same, but very, very much ahead for gas in terms of resources for MaDFroG. The Terran player is ahead with his mules in terms of minerals, and we see a huge combat here, and he's going to try to take down the missile turret that will allow the Zerg player to have control of the air, but the missile turret is being repaired by the SCVs. I think he accidentally pulled off all his SCVs. Or maybe he wanted to pull off all his SCVs, but he does stop all the mining. Maybe that was a misclick, not quite sure what happened there. Bunch of Zerglings coming in here, trying to take down that missile turret. Will be ready to take it down, and he's going to kill off a lot of these SCVs. A lot of these SCVs are going down left and right. I think about 50% of the SCVs at the natural expansion did go down. A lot of Marines are being produced, and this door is not moving fast enough, and this command center is on fire. He really needs to land it, but he can't land it. There's so many things going on. He's able to block at the choke, but MaDFroG can go around the back. Additional Mulas being produced at the moment, and these Zerglings are going to run into the back. Once again, there's a handful of Marines, not as quick as the Zerglings, and these Zerglings are going to fight off these SCVs. I think they were able to get only 1 kill that time. If we take a look at the income tab, 300 minerals, 16 gas. Now no gas for Naama. And if we take a look at the army count, 90 to 60. Not too big a difference there, but the income is what's really hurting Naama at the moment, because there was very effective harass, and now we see a huge bunch of Mulas for MaDFroG, and Naama's trying to pick off some Overlords to supply block his opponent, but I don't think that's going to matter too much at this point. Bailing's Nest is being constructed along with additional Zerglings and a lot of Overlords, because I think MaDFroG just got supply block, very much so. A bunch of Zerglings checking the expansion. There's nothing there, and Naama, I think he thinks he's lost this game because he's not rebuilding his natural. A little bit strange. If we take a look at the unit count, there is 39 drones to 29 SCVs, so he did manage to drone back up pretty safely, I think, but I don't know why he's... This seems very strange to me. I think he should try to retake the natural expansion, because he's going to lose a lot of income, or the chance of having a very good income, because as you can see here, double the income in terms of both gas and minerals. Bunch of Mulas flying across the map, and Naama, I think, is trying to turtling up, waiting for MaDFroG to make a mistake. He does have 4 barracks, and we see the Mulas coming in from the side. A lot of upgrades being upgraded by Naama. Not quite sure why he doesn't have that many units, and they were able to repel that first push. There is 2 medevacs right now and a supply depot. This is a very confusing game for me. I don't think the Terran player should be getting that many upgrades. And MaDFroG is gonna run back to his base. Again, very strange. He could harass over here. And the Terran army is moving out. Maybe MaDFroG is trying to trap the Terran player and make him think that he is stronger than he is. We do see a couple of SCVs coming in on the charge to repair the Thor, perhaps. And one Zergling is actually inside the base of Naama. And that Zergling will get taken care of by the SCVs, but once again slowing down the income. The tanks do get sieged up. There's a bunch of Balings being morphed in and some Mulists in the back. A lot of Balings and Zerglings over here. This is going to be the trap. I think MaDFroG wants Naama to commit here, and I think Naama is going to oblige that and slow push with the tanks. And we do see Zerglings and Balings rushing in from both sides. This is going to be close or not close, and the Balings blow up. A lot of the infantry's died off right away. And the Mutalisks are left with a handful of Marines, and these Mutalisks focus fire on the tank, and there's not that much left. The Marines are definitely trying to make a difference, but they can't really do too much against the Mutalisks, who can run a little bit quicker. And Naama's gonna charge in here and kill some Overlords, perhaps? And and the medevac is actually healing the SCVs for some reason. And now coming in, a lot of Zerglings have spawned, and Naama leaves the game. Very, very confusing game. I think several misclick there caused Naama the game. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comment box below. If you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. I'll be putting up more games very, very soon. Thanks for watching.